day one in the week is a rest day. Well, my rest day is on the first day because over the weekend, if I'm following my training plan, I'm doing 2 long runs. Usually I would just do some light, gentle movement because it's really nice and sunny out in Brighton. I'm going to the park and I'm gonna do a little bit of mobility. I got my bands and we're just gonna do some kettlebell juggling. Make it happen. I'm gonna take a shower now and do the day. So yesterday I had a really shitty night's sleep and a lot of work to get done, and so I skipped my run today. I am making up for it by combining my strength session with my running session. I've got a really long run over the weekend, which was kind of my rationale for not running yesterday after a bad night's sleep, because that long run over the weekend is arguably the more important run, or the back-to-back rather, the 2 long runs over the weekend. So that's where we're at today. Today's Thursday. We're gonna do this session and see how it goes. So I just did my 2-mile warm-up. So next I've got to do this lactate threshold run for 25 minutes. I'm gonna take a second to just enjoy this nice view. Okay, let's do this thing. We're gonna turn on some tunes. Turn on some tunes and do some high intensity things. I did 2.81 miles in 25 minutes. I think the highest that my heart rate got was 173. First mile was pretty easy, and then at about 20 minutes I started checking my watch a bunch. And now I gotta go get out of the sun. The worst part about it, actually, not surprisingly, was that I was listening to a playlist and a country song came on, and it was horrendous. So I got done with my run, and then I looked at the time and I realized I have to get home for a work meeting. So I didn't go to the gym. I didn't go back to the gym and strength train. It's about 8:30. Gonna do some strength things. Graffiti. It's like free art. It is 7-mile run time on this wet Friday. It's 10:44. Let's do it. Later that day, I went to go see Kevin Hall, physiotherapist, to check out some IT band pain that I had been having on my longer runs.
Yeah, fair. So your hip, you've got 70 degrees of external rotation and 40 degrees, 30 degrees of internal rotation, something like that. So you've got a bit more that way than you have that way.
Yeah.
Your tibia You see where your foot points?
Yeah.
Toes out.
Yeah.
So when your knee is pointing straight up at the ceiling, so your knee's at 12 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
When your knee's at 12 o'clock, your tibia toes out. Your ankle toes out, I mean.
That seems out of line. Not of alignment.
Well, yeah, so it's called tibial torsion. So your tibia is rotated down its shaft, which is super common.
Sure.
More common than having a neutral. So if I pushed your foot up, so your ankle's just finding the middle of its range. I'm not pushing it out, I'm just pushing it up. Your talocrural joint is just finding the middle of the range because it's the path of least resistance. And your, what's that, 30 degrees, give or take?
Yeah, looks like it.
So that has an impact because where you put your foot on the floor, changes the alignment of your leg.
Sure.
This winds up your IT band.
Mm.
So you want to try and match how you're made with how you use your body.
Interesting. That makes sense.
So if you're running at 12 o'clock,
there's
an internal rotation. So they look at, when they've done studies around ITB syndrome, often there's a adduction medial rotation, weight bearing load.
That would make sense.
Weight bearing leg. So there might be a component of it that's that.
So the ideal gait pattern for something like that would be the foot slightly turned out.
Foot placement.
Oh, interesting. Huh.
So I walk like that.
Yeah.
Because I'm like you on my left leg.
Okay.
But my right leg's neutral. So I look as though I'm permanently turning left.
Wow, okay.
But that's how I'm made.
Yeah.
So my legs, 4 legs in this room and they're all different.
That makes sense.
So for there to be a normal way of running doesn't make any sense.
No.
If we're all supposed to run in the same way, that's ridiculous.
That's fair enough.
Because we're definitely not all made the same.
Yeah.
4 legs in this room and they're all different. So we've just disproven that theory between the two of us. We don't have to look any further than the people in this room to disprove that theory. Because you can see that if it's not the same, isn't it?
Yeah.
After this appointment with Kevin, I went away with my newfound knowledge and an excitement to try out his suggestions. The long run that I had scheduled for over the weekend would be a great opportunity to try running with my right foot slightly turned out and the left foot pointing straight ahead. Kevin also highlighted something really important that's maybe not covered enough in the world of hobby athletics, which is the importance of considering individual variation. While general training principles can help us get started, there's no such thing as a one-size-fits-all training program or even a one-size-fits-all movement technique. So how am I supposed to know what to do, Sarah? I hear you ask. The only way to find out what will work for you and what won't is to get started and to know that nothing is going to be perfect. If you can daily approach your training program with some mindfulness and be aware of how your body is feeling and doing, you can make adjustments, try something new, or see someone smart like Kevin who can give you ideas about how to improve.
Getting my electrolytes and my highly branched cyclic dextrin. It's just carbs. It's just lots of carbs. 98 grams of carbs per 100 grams. Look at that. It's compostable. It's a compostable pouch.
My spoon is too big.
That might be too big as well. Gotta put some water in these bad boys. I got my mangoes, red mangoes. I'm gonna try not to eat them on the way there. I got this beastie pesto pasta with chickpea pasta, sweet potatoes, cauliflower, and chicken. And this is my hand. Starting. mile mark, walking. I just got back from the 26-mile run. Honestly, it was pretty rough. I had hoped that it would go a bit better, but it was just really weird. I had a lot of nausea come up. Part of it, I think, was due to the fact that I came to a new place to run and I was not prepared for the terrain, mentally or physically. It was along this path called the Seven Sisters. It's right on the coast and there's loads of like steep up and down hills. And I don't know why I didn't recall this detail when I decided to come here and run it. It was good because I imagine that there's going to be varied terrain on Offa's Dyke. My pace goals have changed.
This is fun!
I also imagine that I'm going to have a handful of miles in that 24-hour race where I feel like absolute garbage. And so it was a good test to see how can I handle this and kind of get myself out of it. My feet just felt really swollen. So the good news is that according to my watch, I've burned about a little over 4,000 calories. So I'm going to eat everything. I'm supposed to run tomorrow 13 miles, I believe, or it might be 16. I am gonna wake up and see how I feel because I had quite a bit of Achilles pain, which I haven't experienced, I think because I run with my right foot specifically slightly turned out and my left foot on more of a straight line. And I did that. This could have also accounted for why I was just feeling very weird in my body, but I had no hip pain on this run. I had a couple little moments downhill where I felt my IT band, but nothing like I was getting before, which is really exciting. I will check in tomorrow, I guess. So I decided to take today as a rest day. My body actually felt okay-ish for the most part waking up, but I had a weird twanging sensation on the inside of my calf, and it's aggravated when walking downstairs. So I figured that I would give myself another day, especially since I'm heading into week 16. There are 2 weeks left until I run March for 24 hours, and I want to be good and ready for that. Yeah, I'm gonna get after it a little bit tomorrow, move around some more, see how we feel. But other than that, this has been a week of training. Thanks for joining me and for watching this whole thing, you weirdos.